Hello, we love Bracknell. We are live with Brad Clapson. Hello, Brad. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So we're obviously here today to talk about a serious subject, following some things that you experienced in Bracknell Town Centre recently.
Yep.
But before we delve into that, I'm sure we both like to just say thank you to this place, Coffee Barker, for having us, letting us film today.
Coffee Barker.
Absolutely.
I'm currently drinking a virgin raspberry mojito and I feel so fancy.
And I'm on a Bailey's milkshake. I'm proud.
Hard stuff.
We'd also like to thank the Lexicon as well, because from what I've heard, they've been very supportive of you and your ideas.
And also
stuff.
Thames Valley Police. They have been, like, PC Carla May, she's been a dream.
Great, cool.
But before, sorry, taking in breath.
Yeah.
I just want to say, yes, it is a serious subject, but I don't want it to be, it's not about me. Like, I'm just going to tell my side of the story, and I'm the luckiest person in the world, because I've never had anything in 28 years.
Yeah.
And then I had something over 3 days, and instead of just going, well, you know, that's how it goes, I'm a doer, not a talker, so I wanted to do something about it. So thank you so much for this, because this is the start of everything.
And you're speaking up for people, like you say. Yeah.
So after
great.
I had whatever happened to me, and sort of went, that's so unusual. And then I went and spoke to other LGBT and everyone actually in and around the town and Bracknell and surrounding areas, and I thought, you know, God, guys, this happened to me, and actually what happened to me was horrible. Like, don't get me wrong, was horrible, but it also was this big.
Yeah.
So,
okay, before we delve into it, can I just say, for the 3 or 4 people that don't know who you are, Brad Clapson, could you just introduce yourself for us?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Brad Clapson. I am Bracknell born and bred. I do a lot of the social media for the Lexicon, as well as I work at Southfield Park and I do their panto. So you may not recognise this, but if I was wearing makeup and a dress, like, you probably would know me there. But I also work in lots of schools in Bracknell. Just basically, I get around Bracknell, which sounds hilarious, but it's very respectable.
What happened on the weekend of on and around the 31st of March?
So it was mental. So 3 incidents happened. So the first incident, I was walking, this feels like I'm on, what is that programme? You know, like 999. I was walking round by the Bull. So I was walking around by the Bull, and so obviously, like, I'm not an idiot. I know I've got stupid hair. I have stupid hair because, stop that. I have stupid hair because it's my job. Because I'm a presenter, and also because I like it.
And so what? You like your hair like that?
I know,
yeah.
and I'm terrified.
At least you have hair.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. Like, I know I'm going to go bald in a few years because that's family gene.
Make the most of it.
So I'm making the most of it. So 3 guys in their 20s shouted, "Look at his hair! You look effing disgusting." My rule is, if you're lovely and polite like I am, no trouble will come to you. In which they sort of stood in front of me to intimidate me, asked me if I was a fat faggot, in which I went, well, I'm fat and gay, you know, if that's what you mean, in which they then told me how disgusting it was and spat on the floor, but it hit my leg. So I'm saying that they spat at me, because they did.
Spat towards you, yeah, aiming it for you.
In which I just went, right, this is enough, and walked on. I'm not saying that this is, this is what happens in Bracknell. No, it's just there are a very tiny minority in Bracknell, and
Absolutely.
I just happened to walk past them.
Yeah.
So that was one incident, which I was, I sort of just went, that's horrible. That's a horrible way to start my day. Then, like, a few hours later, I was in Princess Square, and a very well-dressed, respectable, I thought, middle-aged woman came up to me, and she was just like, "Oh, what's going on outside?" Because there was a bit of the Lexicon were putting on an event, and I started telling her everything that's going on, and she was just like, "Oh God, you're not one of them, are you? Oh, you're not a queer, are you?" And I was just like, "Yeah, no, I am. Really proud of it. I'm a huge queer." And she was just like, "Oh, that's all this town is now, just full of queers." In which, Mark, I don't know if you know, I'm hilarious. I am hilarious. So I just said to her, I was just like,
I know.
Is it? Because if it is rife with queers, can you tell them about me? Because my dating life has not got any better. But she then said, "No, don't talk to me like that. I think it's disgusting. I want to find all the queers in Bracknell, put them in a room and burn you. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Beyond.
And obviously I'm working. Like, it's 2018, I had no idea that this sort of stuff still happened. And then the final one, which sort of shocked me, but for a reason I'll tell you. So I was with a very dear friend of mine and a group of kids, like they were about 12 years old, and there was about 10 of them, and they started shouting stuff. They're a child. I'm going to just ignore it and walk on by. Until my friend got a Coke can thrown at her head. My friend is straight, by the way, just to let you know. And then I started getting stuff thrown at me, having verbal abuse, so I sort of turned around to see if I recognised, because I work in a lot of schools. I didn't recognise anyone, but I sort of went, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And they were just like, are you gay? And I was just like, yes! And so I was just like, right, I'm not going to get involved with this. So walked up the high street. Now, this is the bit that really shocked me and upset me. Because, I know a lot of people in Bracknell, and a lot of people in Bracknell know who I am. There ended up them shouting at us, and sort of me going like, boys, calm down. Like, why does it matter? What's it got to do with you? I didn't actually interact with you to make this happen. And suddenly, out of nowhere, there was an audience. I had an audience of me trying to stop people abusing me, and no one said anything. No one sort of stood up for me. And I'm not going, oh, it's all about me. But at that time, it was. So no one sort of stepped in.
Yeah. But they were just bystanders with their phones.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And, like, people actively, because I could hear actively going, oh, hold on a minute, something's kicking off here. And I was like, Doris, step in, instead of having a chat about it.
Yeah.
So the reason why, this is the whole reason, I know homophobia still happens. I'm not an idiot. It is 2018, but there are also small-minded people out there. The reason why I've started this whole, social campaign, if you like, is for people to go, step up. If you see anything like that happening...
Can I ask, did you lose faith in people that day, and Bracknell people?
Not Bracknell people.
Right.
Because... Bracknell people are my favourite people, but I did lose faith in a bit of humanity that day. So I was a bit like, sort of looking around for a bit of help.
Yeah.
And I was just like, come on.
Can I just say, it's not. I totally get what you're saying. It's not all about you. What you are doing here in, speaking up and making a thing of it. You're making people aware, but you're also giving people a voice who may not have one or may not feel they have one. That if this had happened to anyone else, which it clearly is, it's happening to others. I'm thinking of younger people.
Yeah.
They might feel the need to sweep it under a rug, forget about it, don't report it. And if you don't report it, which is what we want people to do, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Bracknell has a low hate crime rate. But 3 incidents, three seemingly different generations, as forgetting the people standing around not doing anything about it. That tells a different story. So good on you, Brad.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
What have you been doing since then?
So, I have been a busy bee. After the third thing, I posted on We Love Bracknell, actually, just to go, this is what's happened to me, it's not okay, please talk to your families and say it's not okay.
This is crazy.
And thank you, We Love Bracknell, because it got an amazing response. It was I was very emotional about the response.
Good.
It was so lovely, and it sort of made me go, right, no, firstly, We Love Bracknell obviously is a brilliant platform for anything, so I was just like, right, there's something here.
Did it soften the hurt? Because you are only human, Brad, and it can't be nice to experience these things, obviously.
No.
And you did say that you lost a little bit of faith in mankind, I suppose. Not Bracknell people, of course. But then in posting on We Love Bracknell, sharing your experience and seeing those comments and love hearts and so much support for you, did that just remind you how small a percentage of idiots, village idiots, who need to be kicked back into the 16th century it is?
Yeah. It was lovely, and I was really umming and ahhing whether to post on We Love Bracknell, and I'm so happy I did, because now this whole thing has come from that. And there were people on there to being like, well, it just sounds like you need sympathy, and I was like, yeah, I suppose I do, and that's allowed. Because, like, Mark, imagine if I was a teenage boy that was struggling coming out of the closet, or I was, a 46-year-old married man who was gay, married to a woman, really struggling with it, and don't have very thick skin.
Or any identity issue.
Yes, of course.
Transgender, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, whoever you love.
I'm very lucky that I've been brought up with the thickest skin in the world, and I'm very confident to have a chat and to sort stuff out. Like I said, I posted on We Love Bracknell. Then that got a response from the Bracknell News. They got in contact and they sort of said, can we release your story? And at the time, I wasn't ashamed, but I was like, you can, but don't use my name. Don't, because I just didn't want to. I just wanted to be like, look, that's it. I posted on We Love Bracknell. That's it. I'm just going to get on with my life, and I'm not going to turn it into a thing. There was a few things in there that I didn't say, and I do disagree with. But hey, that's media.
Yeah.
And it got me, at the end of the day, it got the correct response that I needed and wanted.
Yeah.
So then Thames Valley Police, because hilariously, obviously, it was like an anonymous person, and everyone knew it was me because I posted on We Love Bracknell.
Yeah. The police, everybody, because they're all on We Love Bracknell anyway. Yeah.
So then Thames Valley Police got in contact with me, as well as the Lexicon. So the CEO of the Lexicon emailed me, and he was just like, we're going to sort this out. We're going to do something about this.
Great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, because, and I, part of my job is I've worked with a lot of councils, a lot, and a lot of them would have just been like, shh, it's fine, don't worry. But no, Lexicon were like, no, we need to do something about this. So then the Lexicon organised, and Thames Valley Police, we all had a meeting together, and we are starting a social awareness campaign, which is on May the 17th. And it was actually Thames Valley Police that suggested the 17th of May, because the 17th of May is the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia and Biphobia.
Right.
So they sort of went, right, this is perfect. It's soon, but strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
So on the 17th of May in the Lexicon, just outside Bill's, we're going to have a stand, me and Thames Valley Police. I won't be in uniform, gutted. But yeah, so we're going to have different ways to how you can report anything. And you haven't got to be of the LGBT community to report anything. If you see anything, if you hear anything, report it.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? And I remember you were saying that you actually reported what happened to you yourself to see how it all plays
works.
out, and how effective that system is.
So on May the 17th, I'm going to be there with all the police, all the kit and caboodle, and I'm going to be there myself with a little clipboard to be like, what can I do myself? Because of I run an events company and I want the voice to be heard. So if there is yes, we want LGBT events happening, or just knowledgeable events happening, right, all sorted, that's done, I can do that. And then the police are going to be there to be like, this is how you can report, this is what you can do. Also some of the security team from the Lexicon, and Mark, I don't know if you've seen the Lexicon security team, but some of them are quite handsome. They're my favourites. No, they're just lovely. But it's all about what you can do to report it, or what you can do to fight against it, or just actual knowledge. That is what we are there for on May the 17th, and that's just the start. It's not a case of we're just going to do it and that's it.
And that's it, yeah.
No. This is gonna carry on, because it is an issue in this area. Which is hilarious, because I'm a massive advocate for being like, I've lived in Bracknell my whole life, nothing's happened, it's a brilliant area, it's lovely. Then this stupid stuff happened to me, and so then I went and spoke to other LGBT in Bracknell, and honestly, the stories that I've heard are disgusting. Like, horrible, vile, disgusting.
Unreported.
All unreported. Right, I'm going to tell you the most gross story, and if you have a weak stomach, like, turn the mute on. There was a trans girl in a pub nearby. A group of lads spat in her drink and forced her to drink it. This pub had security, they did nothing. She then walked home and she got pushed in front of a car. Luckily the car stopped and she was fine and like, no, but imagine if that's you. Like, I have a thick skin, but it's not that thick.
Is this young lady okay now?
She's absolutely fine.
Good.
She's absolutely fine.
Glad to hear. Have you gently encouraged her to report this, or does she feel it's been
Gently?
too long?
No, I haven't gently done it at all. No, I've told her, like, I've done it with her. Like,
Because, of course, it doesn't matter if it happened yesterday or it happened 3 years ago.
Not at all.
Report it.
yeah, absolutely report it. But I'm not doing this whole thing just to be like, oh, let's everyone report it. Reporting it is very, very important. But it's not just about the reporting. It is just the social aspect of it takes a village. If one person came to my rescue that day and went, are you okay? You don't need to get involved. Just that, are you okay? To sort of pull me away from that situation, just so I knew that I had someone else there that realised that I needed help.
Yeah.
Would
have meant the world. Obviously, you feel attitudes need to change. How do you feel we can change attitudes from an early age? I mean, I'm only talking for myself. I was in primary school in the late 80s, early 90s, but terms like Gaylord were just accepted. They were just normal. And I know kids now where that's still the case, if not more rife, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Sometimes those words aren't literally attached to the meaning of homosexual, but it's repeating that message all the time. Gaylord, don't be gay, you know? Is there a worse message you can give any child, particularly one that...
If anyone calls me a Gaylord, I get excited because it means I'm Lord of the Gays. I feel like I should have a crown. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And
negative.
I just think it's not a taboo. Like, don't make it a taboo subject.
Okay.
Don't, when, like, I don't have children. But when I hear, like, oh, Brad's coming over, and it's a bit like, just Brad doesn't need the raised eyelid, and the stereotypical thing is man loves a woman. That is what we're born to be, and I'm not trying to change that either. But just to be like, oh no, Brad doesn't like girls, he likes boys. That sort of conversation. It'd just be like, oh no, he doesn't like women, he likes men.
Just say it out loud.
Yeah,
it
because
is
it's,
what it is.
I'm not being naughty. It's just a thing, and like. I had to come out to hilariously, I never came out to my parents. My parents came out to me and went, oh, by the way, we know. But that's because I've always spoken like this and had this hair. And also I tap dance for a living. So it's not that hard.
I have these visions of an 8-year-old tap dancing Brad with that hair.
Yeah, that was it. Dressed as a sailor, hilariously. But yeah, I think don't make it a taboo subject.
Yeah, coming back to obviously the serious nature of what we've been talking about, I would just like to say that on the We Love Bracknell group, we always have, and I just want to reiterate, offered a anonymous service. So if you, watching this video, have ever experienced homophobia, transphobia, or any type of discrimination, contact me or contact any of the admin of We Love Bracknell, and we are more than happy to put a post out for you anonymously on your behalf. Yeah, you can be a witness to it, you can be worried about a loved one, or you can experience it yourself. It will be completely anonymous, and hopefully you'll be surprised. You get some lovely feedback, some support.
Yes.
We see it all the time on We Love Bracknell, and
don't feel shy about this, especially if it's anonymous. I did it, and I was just like, oh, this is going to draw the wrong sort of attention to me. I'm so happy that I did it. It was a very good idea. So yeah, I think that's a great service
and
to
you're
have.
great, and you're contributing to this movement we've got going. You know, we need to change attitudes. We need to make people aware. We need to encourage someone next time this happens to some young kid to stand up for them, or just put an arm around them and say, "Are you okay?" and take them away from the situation.
But again, like I feel like we're like, obviously I'm fighting for one avenue.
Yeah.
But this is for everything. Like, if you see, like, any form of bullying at all, step up.
Totally. Life is too short,
Yeah.
you know? And I feel this is a power by numbers thing as well. I mean, we have the community here, and we have...
a great community here.
Yeah,
We're so
we
lucky.
do.
I've lived a lot of places. I always come back to Bracknell.
Yeah.
Because it is the one place where I feel safe, I feel brilliant, I know that there are lovely people around.
And together we can change things. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. That
If you don't have a
we
flag
love
by the end of
Bracknell
the
people
shout.
power. Yeah. I mean, look at the change. I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, because absolutely I take zero credit for how the way things have turned out with We Love Bracknell. I think it is down to the people, and they've embraced it. Okay, yeah, I've had something to do with the running of the group, with the other admins as well. But look at how we have changed people's pride in Bracknell. And now look at us, 23,000 residents nearly, and nobody can say, despite its faults, despite everything, it's a very honest group, and nobody can say that we haven't changed things for the better. You know, we have that sense of pride, and that's why we're here today, and we're using it. Yeah.
It is the voice.
Yeah, great. Final word to you, Brad.
The final word, I feel like I'm Jerry Springer right now, is...
What does that make me?
Oh no!
One of the guests.
So my final word is, firstly, thank you for having a chat with me.
Thank you.
It's not going to happen overnight.
No.
This is not going to happen overnight. I'm not trying to solve homophobia. I'm just I want to get the message out there that people need help. That's it. People need help, and please be someone that helps people.
Yeah.
And also, if you have an issue with someone and they've not been horrible, leave them alone.
Everybody is someone's brother, sister,
Exactly.
daughter, son, nephew, niece, cousin, friend.
Exactly. Let's
Go through them
name all
all.
the grandparent, grandmum, granddad.
Everybody has people that love them, and leave them alone. You're not just affecting them, you're affecting their family as well.
Yeah. And I don't understand it. But yeah, so if you see anything, do say. But also, please come down May the 17th and have a chat with us. We're there 12 till 5, just outside Bill's. Even if you just want to chat, I'm there. Come and have a talk.
We'll pop all the details up on We Love Bracknell as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us, Brad. It's been awesome.
It's been lovely. Thank you so much.